people. So real talk. These little 5-minute routine that you guys see me do in the mornings are truly my therapy sessions every day. So when I show up with products that I know work for my skin. And on top of that, I know that I'm giving these moments back to myself, because guess what? I can't ever get them back. So it's better I just start investing in me. Today we're going to talk a little bit, probably while we're doing this together. I was thinking we talk about everyday mom anxiety, and I feel like you don't have to be a single mom in order for you to relate to this. I feel like all moms relate to this, because this is a constant form of not knowing what's next that flood our minds daily. So come on with me. Come on. I feel like by now you guys should already know products that I've been using. We've been vlogging for over a month now, so there ain't no reason why you shouldn't know what I'm using. I use 2 things every day, and that's the Paula Choice Pore Normalizing Cleanser, and I also use my kojic acid soap to finish off the last bits. So to start off for me, if you guys see me looking here, I'm looking at my mirror so I can wash my face properly. I want to start off with the fact that everyday mom anxiety, I know a lot of people can relate, is it feels like juggling 47 different tabs. Think about it. It's like juggling 47 tabs on your computer. Can you tell how nerve-wracking that is? Okay, so that's what it feels like, especially when you're having to think about lunch, you're having to think about school, you're trying to think about enrollments, you're trying to think about the next step in their development, thinking about their shoe sizes, emotional meltdowns. You know what it is. So I feel like if that's the first thing anybody can relate to, is that mom brain is actually a thing. Juggling so many things at once. So yeah, I personally feel like there's so many ways that I combat that, but do you ever combat it? I feel like even years when my kids are all grown up, I'm still gonna go through the thinking about what's going on in their life, thinking about the typical parent anxiety. But yeah, that's one. The having to carry the mental load is a lot. It is a lot, okay? And it's not just constantly thinking about things. It's keeping track of the million tasks that you have to do every single day. And it is exhausting, okay? It's exhausting. Another mom anxiety of mine is never feeling like I'm off duty. I feel like I'm always on the clock. Even when I get 10 minutes alone, I'm still mentally running through snacks and laundry, and the guilt is forever. Sometimes with even giving them a little bit of screen time, sometimes that mom guilt consistently just can overpower me, you know? I tend to not focus so much on the negatives. I really do really have a nice outlook on my own personal life. I've been doing the self-work to try to take more control over my life. I feel like scheduling routines help a lot for me. So that's really what keeps me at bay, ensuring the girls have a really steady routine, and myself as well. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a perfectionist. Sometimes not every week is gonna go according how I want it. So just knowing that I'm doing the best that I can is what gets me to the next step. Sometimes the comparison pressure, that's another one. Comparison pressure, comparing yourself to other moms. I feel like that's something that a lot of other moms can relate to. When it comes to comparison, I really don't compare myself to others, but I do feel like there are things that other moms do that I feel like I wish I could provide. Anything for me that I do, it's naturally nurturing. Like, I feel like that's my purpose. I'm just natural caregiver, naturally giving my kids exactly what they need. However, sometimes my patience is not always the best. I feel like I have a lot of work to do when it comes to patience, but I know for a fact that it's not just me who deals with everyday anxiety. Maybe that a lot of moms have is, a lot of moms have, and myself is, come on. Yeah, I think everybody knows this one. It's not having enough time for your self-care. So that's why these little 5-minute self-care moments in the morning, I really take pride in it, because I really want to be able to foster a really good relationship with my children, so they can see that it's not just about finding time, making time. It's really about prioritizing your needs. And I want them to see that in order for you to take care of someone else, you have to be able to take care of yourself first. So yeah, I think that those are typical everyday mom anxieties. Let me see. So for me, what do I do to help with those mom anxieties? Even if it's 5 minutes of self-care, or like deep breathing, or my coffee, or bunning a little spliff, it's honestly, little moments do matter. Asking for help, that's one of the tough ones for me. I struggle with asking for help. I feel like with moms, if you have a partner, you have a friend, or you have someone you can trust to keep an eye on your kids, it's important. It's important for you to ask for help. That's one of the ways that you are going to be able to take care of you. And it's important. You need to take care of you, mom. It took me a long time, because I felt like I needed to carry the weight by myself for a long time. And right now, my biggest support system is like my immediate family, aside from my children, my mom and my brother, cousins. Those are the people who give me extended care to help, so that way I can have time for myself, whether it's for me to go grab me a cup of coffee or something, giving me that space to be able to do what I need to do. You know what I also found that helped a lot is lowering the bar just a bit. Like, I know you want to be super mom. Like, I want to be super mom. But come on, those meals ain't going to be hitting every day. Sometimes you won't be able to cook a home cooked meal every day. Sometimes they maybe just want cereal, and you're sweating bricks in the kitchen, and you're overworking your own self, and then they end up telling you, Mommy, I don't want that. So that's a good reflection moment for you to be able to see that it's really not that serious. Yes, we want to be able to give our kids everything they want, make them happy, but realistic care is also important for them to be able to see it, because they're fostering your persona at the end of the day. They are fostering parts of your personality every day, your teachers, influences around them. So if you're setting the expectation like, oh my God, everything can be done, then you're honestly setting your kid up for failure, to be quite honest. Juggling these things when you have support is different. But as a single mom, when you don't have that support and you don't have people to rely on, lower the bar, babe. That time could have been going back into you having a quiet moment, reading a book, or enjoying some time in the living room, watching your show while your kids are watching their show, or talking about something, or going outside and getting fresh air. Reset, grounding, all that good stuff is an important part of being a parent. It's just knowing how to deal with your own frustrations, because at some point you're going to get overworked, you're going to get overwhelmed. And when you don't have that help, your biggest support system is yourself. So make sure that you're taking care of you. So yeah, not every meal is going to be a Pinterest meal, and not every meal is going to be one of those Instagram meals. So you just gotta do what's best for you. I'm a big journal girl. If you are a journal girly, hey sis. I just started my journaling journey, and I must admit, I never knew how good organization was until I started slowing the F down. And with that being said, it's so exhilarating, guys. It's so exhilarating knowing that you can check things off the list of things that you want to do, whether it's your goals or to-do list, or even just reflecting and keeping track of the highs and lows in the day. Journaling is a good outlet. I feel like it's a really good brain dump. So at nights, I just write out everything in my head, and I just find it to be a place for me to clear space and help me sleep better at nights. So I hope, that helps you. I didn't mention what I just used on my skin, but that is the Apollo Choice 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. This thing is strong, so do not use it every single day. I am using it twice a week now because summer's here. Oh, summer's here. We ain't no preheat. We're not preheating anymore. Summer is here. You go outside, I'm already short of breath. I'm already. So if you hear me in them videos, like, it's outside. It's the humidity. It's not that I'm not active. Y'all hear me breathing hard right now? Okay. It is the fact that we outside, and outside is hot. Now, y'all know this is my baby. This is what pulls everything together. I have two things that I do. So if it's like a cool day, I'm not gonna overly apply products. So typically I tend to reach for my Pond's Hydration. It's a dry skin facial cream, but it's a rich hydration formula. It's nice and thick, but it's hydrating. It's one of those formulas you put it on your skin, you see it melts into your skin like butter. Yeah, that's the tea. But because I live in Florida, it's sunscreen. Now this is good because this has moisturizing properties inside of it. So what it does, it really does help my skin. And I reapply twice a day, so this gives me what I need, and it also doesn't have like that white cast at the end. So yeah, y'all see that. What else do I do that I feel helps even a little bit, even a small dose? Connecting with other moms. Now, this is a tough one. It sucks because where I live, a lot of moms are already in their mom group, but I don't feel like I need a mom group to be able to function. Does that make sense? I think it's a good outlet, but I do feel that in motherhood, you must feel the journey at first, and then you connect with people. That's how I see it. You have to ride that wave by yourself in order for you to enjoy the waves with everybody else. Because while everybody is sharing their experiences and tossing around their traumas or whatever, and it's relative, I feel like sometimes even as coming as you are, character build, because their influence is so important. And I don't want to be a part of the bitter baby mama club, because I'm not even a baby mama. I am honestly just the parent. So there's a big difference when it comes to that one. So after sunscreen, I apply a little bit of moisturizer to my skin, just so that it just doesn't feel too like oily, or because I have combination skin, so no matter what, my skin is just always going to be oily in the T-zone area. You can already see it starting up already. Okay, so yeah, those are some little small things. I have my immediate friends that I do hang out with, and I feel like when I hang out with them, we ain't talking about no mama stuff. I'm sorry, we ain't talking about no mama stuff. We not. Now, there are things we do, there are things that we do with our kids, but we are talking about mama stuff. I'll leave topics like that to talk to you guys like this versus taking the time when I could be really enjoying my friends. So I enjoy my friends' company, and I don't have time to be talking about kid stuff. When it's time for me to lean in and I need to ask for help, that time is there. But other than that, girl, no. The tripod's working. The setup is working. I'm so happy that I was able to share a little bit about my mom anxiety. It's everyday anxiety. You're not alone, mom. Please, mom guilt is real, but just know that talking about it is a part of how we practice what we preach. So if every day you want help, just use certain try to find resources. Self-help is so much more important. You need to ask for that help. And what I like about YouTube is that this is a part of self-help. People are giving you their experiences, and you take and pull what you need along your journey. And I'm just so excited. I'm getting more and more confident in talking to you guys and expressing myself, and this is something that I've always wanted to do. I just never had the motivation. It's not even the motivation. I just didn't push myself enough. As a risk taker, I felt like this was like the easiest risk to take, but it felt like actually pushing a big old rock off a mountain. That's how it felt like, honestly. So there are days when I was like, I knew what I could, but it just, I don't know. One morning I just said, no, God is waking me up every day, and he's giving me purpose every day. And I have two little girls who are looking at me every day, pulling and driving and creating their own confidence. And I must be able to be the best, if not just the best, but I am their instrument, and I want them to know that I got them. So I am enjoying the next steps in my life. I just got this text. This text is a clear example of why I started like believing in my faith and just believing in myself. It's so important, you know. It's taken a long time for me to really find people who can truly get me to the next step. That's why right now my mentor, he is phenomenal. He's phenomenal at what he does, and his mentorship means so much to me, because not only is he helping me to see that being gifted is in everyone. We all exude a gift, whether it's being a mom, whether it's being a teacher, whether it's being a doctor, whether it's being the sanitization worker who enjoys his job. We all are gifted in some way. And forgiveness is something that I had to do. And once I forgave my past and forgave the people in my past and forgive myself for the things that have happened, all these opportunities just started to come in. So just reading this message just makes me feel so good. And I'm so happy that I was able to come in touch with this guy. Okay, let me get myself together. I'm gonna go make me some coffee, taking y'all with me, and the tripod is doing its thing. It's doing its thing. It's doing its thing.